We've got a town. Let's talk about it. I'm Nick Rothschild alongside Bradey King. No Lionel Bienvenu this week. He is off, which is a bummer because he loves talking baseball, and that's where we're going to start.
Nothing he loves more than the Colorado Rockies, right?
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but awesome to see Hunter Goodman get into the All-Star game. Certainly deserving, as I laid out before. But my question for you, Bradey, is he kind of mentioned that there was some talk about maybe going into the home run derby. He did not indicate if he had actually been asked to participate yet. His only comment was, "We'll see." So would you like to see Hunter Goodman in the home run derby?
I feel like this is a trick question, but absolutely I would. I don't know if you know this, but the Rockies aren't having the best year.
You don't say.
So Hunter Goodman has been a major bright spot for this team. So I think the more recognition and experiences he can get could only be beneficial maybe to the rest of the team once they see him getting these opportunities.
Yeah, I think the only argument on the other side would be it can sometimes mess up your swing, but he is young enough, and the game has moved to a home run or strikeout model anyway, that I don't think participating in the home run derby would do much for that, from that aspect. And as you mentioned, like, the season's been long. Maybe he goes out and performs well.
He's also from Tennessee, which is not that far from Atlanta, so a short drive for his family and friends. So I feel like the more he can do, that's just so exciting for his entire family. So we're happy for the Goodmans.
Yes, very exciting. As was the Nuggets week. Holy cow.
Holy cow is right.
Ben Tenzer and John Wallace got after it.
We were all a little bit skeptical, but I think it turned out to be a little bit of a three-headed monster between Ben Tenzer, John Wallace, and Josh Kroenke. They were making moves right away. I don't think any of us expected that.
Hey, look, you can't say they didn't try to upgrade this roster. And look, I think on paper, they probably did. We won't know, obviously, until the season starts how everything works together. But Bradey, which of these moves was your favorite, I guess? Let's just start there.
I was initially torn, but I think I have to go with Bruce Brown. I think it's going to be so exciting to see him back in a Nuggets uniform. We didn't want to lose him in the first place, and it didn't feel like we were going to. You know, Malone was making some false promises with that at the time, but I think he wanted to be back here. He was at some games this past year and just kind of putting out the feelers. It seemed like he loves this fan base, and we need the shooting. We need what Bruce Brown can bring to the floor.
Oh, Brucey B, the fan favorite, naturally. I think my favorite thing that these guys did was the way that they created cap space. I love Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to look into the camera and say that. I am sad that he is gone. I did not want them to deal with him. But between offloading Michael Porter Jr. and Dario Saric, they created so much space to go get a guy like Bruce Brown and just give them the flexibility that they did not have a year ago. Who knows what happens down the road and if they need to maybe sign a guy because somebody gets hurt near the trade deadline, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things that can happen in a basketball season. And through the moves that they made last week, they have the ability to breathe a little bit, which I feel like is just going to give Nuggets fans and their front office the space to be calm as the season plays out.
Yeah, two things can be true. We can be sad that MPJ is gone, but also it was time. I feel like he had given this team all that he could, and we just need more weapons. That Michael Porter Jr. is not three players, and we need three players.
Bradey, what do you make of this whole Valanciunas will he, won't he scenario?
Well, when I mentioned being torn about which move was my favorite, this was kind of pulling at me. I definitely, Bruce Brown takes the cake, but I thought this was very exciting because we've been talking about what feels like for years, finding a solid backup to Nikola Jokic to just give him a little bit of rest in the start of the fourth quarter and whatnot. And this guy, a 13-year vet, played with the Kings, has had a solid career, just seemed like Mr. Reliable. So I was really excited to see this. But I feel like we only want him here in that role if he wants to be here. Otherwise, I feel like it gets a little dicey.
And if Valanciunas does not come to Denver, puts an even brighter spotlight on Deron Holmes, who already in his own right is going to be someone that we watch very closely as we head into Summer League, Bradey. We've been out to a couple practices. They're tipping off later this week. Is Deron Holmes the only reason to watch Nuggets Summer League here?
Not the only reason. I think this entire squad is built up with a lot of great guys. Tamar Bates is one I'm really excited to see because he is just a fabulous shooter.
Yeah, the Nuggets have been able to make use of two-way guys, but Holmes is the star here, right? I hope the plan is to get him out there for a game, maybe two, but I can't. If he's playing the entire Summer League, there's just no reason for it.
I feel like they just need to see how he's come back from it. He's got the right mindset. It will just be a matter of how he actually looks on the floor.
And if you like Deron Holmes, or if you're asking who is Deron Holmes, well, guess what? We've got a story for you coming up next. It's our view from the top. We will introduce you or reintroduce you to Mr. Duron Holmes. Don't go anywhere.